Hi from Finland. Oh god, the bread is so hard. I thought German breads are hard, but this one is stone. Now it's 6 o'clock in the morning and we are running to take a cruise to Finland from Estonia because it was so near and we finished exploring everything in Estonia. So the cheapest cruise ride you will find is a Kero line. All other lines are definitely more expensive, almost 30-40 euros more expensive. So our whole trip was like come and go for 2 people, just 30 euros. So you get 1 day in Finland in just 30 euros from Estonia. It's a good way to explore Finland from here. That line, a Kero line, the departures now. You need to check in here using your ticket booking number. Check in. And that's your boarding pass. Let's go to Finland. Difficult to eat so much at 6 in the morning, especially when I didn't have good sleep because I was sitting and editing videos, and we also want to eat more in Finland, so we are trying to save space in our stomach. Otherwise, if we go to Finland, we won't be able to eat the cuisine there.
One day. Continue.
A region. A B area. Continue.
16 euro.
उससे सस्ते में तो एस्टोनिया से यहाँ आए हम लोग. एक और आएगा.
Okay.
That's the terminal, and now we are going to the city center. You can explore Finland with bikes too. I think that's the best way to explore a city, and fast too. The price is 5 euros for 24 hours and 1 euro per 30 minutes. That's good price. That's not costly. I've seen costlier versions, like in Poland it was 10 euros for 1 day, but 5 euros for 24 hours is like nothing. Hi from Finland. We have now reached Hallitus Katu stop. It is this white building behind us, and that is the stop of our free walking tour, which right there on that open place. So right now Krupesh, he's trying to find a Finnish sauna, because if you come to Finland and you don't do sauna, then what do you even do? It's just going crazy over finding saunas. Look at him. He doesn't want food, nothing, just sauna, that's all, and a walking tour. And that's all. We tried our luck with 2 saunas, but both of them are closed, and one was like after the sauna you can go into seawater pool, so cold, ice cold seawater pool, but a cruise ship just bumped into that pool and that's why it's not open. Now we got some water because we have to go to our walking tour. It's going to start in like 10-15 minutes. I took this water. Everything is written in Finnish, so most of the water was carbonated. I found this one. This did not have bubbles on it, so I think this is without carbonated water. This is the name, and this is for €2.09, 1.5 liters, and this has 40 cents fund. That's the highest fund I've ever seen. So in Europe, you generally have fund, that is deposit on bottles, and you get it after you return it. 40 cents fund. This is what we call Nordic Scandinavian prices, because if you consider same bottle, 1.5 liter bottle of water in Germany, it cost 45 cents along with fund, and here just the fund is 40 cents. So you can imagine how expensive Scandinavia can get. Lots of e-bikes all over Europe nowadays. You can also get bicycles here in Finland if you want. We are deciding what to eat. There's fish dish, there is reindeer meatball, there is bratwurst, there is hot dog. 15 euros, 4 euros. Kebab is 10 euros. So donut teller is 10 euros. Prices are expensive. We just want to have fresh fish. That's all. That's all we like.
Can you get the receipt from this?
No, that's fine.
All right, thank you.
Can I have a little bit more milk?
Oh, yes, of course.
This is smoked salmon, coffee, and cooked salmon. If you come to Scandinavia, what is the best thing you can eat? It is fish, salmon, the fish from here. So that's what we are trying. It's salmon on black bread. Let's see how it tastes.
The bread is very hard, but tastes very good.
This is the bread and salmon with some rucola salad, I think. Oh god, the bread is so hard. I thought German breads are hard, but this one is stone. Even if the bread is hard, it's juicy. Nice grainy flavor. And the fish tastes fresh, of course. It's yummy. Savota is a very famous Finnish restaurant right in front of this Halito's stop. So we are going to ask if we need reservations or we can just directly walk in like Estonia here after our walking tour.
Before that, we were part of the Russian Empire. Also roughly 100 years. Basically all of the 1800s. So the Russian era. And before that, we were part of the Swedish Empire.
This white building right behind me is the main church of Finland, of Helsinki. It was built by a German architect. In fact, all the buildings in this square that you can see were designed and built by a German architect, Karl Engel. He was called from Germany especially for that. And yeah, that's the church. It is a voluntary €5 fee. If you want to pay, you can pay. And the main religion is Lutheran. So it's not Catholic, it's Lutheran. And that is also the main religion of Finland. So there are almost 70 to 79% of Lutherans, and all other religions are the remaining percent. Finland was ruled by other countries. So it was first ruled by Sweden as a colony. And then it was also ruled by Russia for a long time. Whole of 1800s it was ruled by Russia. One of the Tsars was Alexander II. And those times were very good for Russia, so they prospered a lot. And first time in 1970s, Russia allowed Finland to have their own government. They could also write their constitution that time. They were ruled by Sweden for a long time, and that's why they decided to copy the constitution from Sweden. And even Estonia has lots of ways from Finland. So basically, Finland and Estonia has lots of Swedish influence. Also, Finnish religion was Lutheran, but when Sweden accepted Catholic religion, they tried to impose it on Finland, and that's why there are also Catholic people here. When Finland became independent, Russia allowed them to have their own buildings and have their own things. So they invited architect Karl Engel from Germany to design buildings for them in the city center. And the White Church, this building, many of the buildings here are designed by Karl Engel himself.
This house of night which we just saw was a bit too small, and they built this bigger building to house the meetings of the estates in 1890.
This one right here is known as House of Estate. So this is the place where the ministers meet, and after their meetings on this middle step they give their interviews. Most of the ministers in Finland are women, so they practice gender equality quite a lot here, and it's also said or believe that it comes from their language, because they don't have a differentiation between the male and female gender in their language. It's just one, like similar to Persian language, I think. Even the current prime minister, Sanini Marie or something, S. Marie her name is, and she was the youngest prime minister in the world when she was selected, and she's still the prime minister. I think she's 33 now, so that's quite a nice thing. This building right here is the Bank of Finland, where they used to measure the value of silver compared to the Finnish mark. And the founder statue is right there behind that tree. I forgot to say one thing, that before Helsinki was the capital, Turku, another city in Finland, which is quite bigger, was practically and economically more important. But during the Russia time, the Russians chose Helsinki as their capital, maybe because of the nearness to St. Petersburg, nearness to Russia, and also because it has a harbor, so it can be more economically important. But that time the population was so low, it was just 4,000 for this big city. A city of 4,000 people to be capital is quite unusual, and maybe that's why there is not many things here, and maybe that's why they invited the German architect to build this church and build many other churches. So this church behind me is a Lutheran church, and Lutheran one religion is considered very simple. They like to keep simple things. And there are also other Russian Orthodox churches which has golden domes, the typical Russian architecture of golden domes around it, on the top of it.
Who is the happiest nation in the world?